Don't make this mistake when you're coding in C++. I want to look over a physics simulation that was being done in a C++ program where they're trying to calculate Newton's gravitational law. Here, the programmer declares a couple variables, including the gravity variable, as a double variable type, which is good when we're trying to do precise calculations, especially with a physics simulation like this. However, a huge mistake that the programmer makes when declaring gravity is that they intend to divide 49 by 5 to get 9.81. However, the problem is that they use integers, 49 and 5, with no 0.0, which yields just a 9, but with no remainder, which can obviously have problems if we're trying to get precise calculations. So what I'm talking about, integer and floating point division, is that integer division is when you have two whole numbers divided on top of each other, and the result is eventually just the quotient, whole number quotient, but with no remainder. This is good if you're trying to, like, let's say, divide a class of kids into group sizes, depending on, like, you're trying to break them off into whole groups. But for something like a physics simulation, we want more precise numbers. And floating division allows us to do that when we use a floating point number in our division operation. So 3.0 divided by 4.0. An interesting thing to observe here is that you can also do floating division when you have a floating number with an integer number, and as well as a float with another float. And so the more correct way to do this physics simulation would have been with a 0.0 and a 0.0, which allows us to do floating point division, which then gets us the 9.1 that we originally intended. And then we can calculate Newton's gravitation law without any errors in our calculation. Anyways, that's it. I hope to see you again and learn more C++ in the future. Bye-bye.